Two, one. Yes, we are in here. We are live. Hello, guys. Tomasz Pawla coming to you live from Gdańsk, the part of Poland. And I am here not alone. I am here with the legend, Ariel. Hello, Ariel. Great to have you in here. Where are you right now?
Thomas. I am in Charlotte, North Carolina, Thomas. Thank you for having me.
Wow. So thanks to technology, we are connecting Europe, Poland, and US, North Carolina.
Isn't that crazy?
So great. Say hello. It's Chedet. It's Daria. There are a lot of people coming in. So, guys, if you are watching us on LinkedIn or Facebook or YouTube, please click the StreamYard link so we can see your comments, right? Because we are using StreamYard right now. So hello to all Facebook friends, LinkedIn, YouTube, and of course hello to everyone who is here on our Instagram. Okay, so I'm gonna announce at least 3 times during that interview because I know this interview going to be outstanding because here we got the legend Ariel. We're going to talk very honestly. We're going to go very straight regarding amazing network marketing industry.
Yeah.
So if you want to share this live to 3 people, or you're going to tag 3 people at a comment, you can ask in a private message area 3 questions, of course, related to
There you
what
go.
you do. Yes, free. Guys, if you don't mind writing three in the comment,
Yeah.
write 3 in the comment that it's clear for you. Amazing.
Awesome.
So Anya, we met in Dubai.
Yes.
Can you just tell me why you decide to travel such a long way from US to Dubai, spend time in there? What is the reason behind that decision?
Yeah. So it's amazing, Thomas, because last year, 2021, in May, I made a decision to invest in my business in a major way. I decided that it was time to implement systems, really making sure that I was staying on top of social media and online marketing and being with the best of the best, including yourself, which is why we have met. And so we masterminded for almost a year. And, a part of this coaching that we were receiving was we're going to do 2 retreats. And so Dubai was one of those two. But something that, our coach told us, and it really stuck with me, Thomas, was hungry dogs run faster. And I also thought in my mind, I said, hungry dogs run further too, because I was on a 16-hour flight getting to where the food was, right? So that's why Dubai was the space. That's why I was there, getting the information, getting the food, just super hungry to build this marvelous business.
Yeah. So Arius, I think that the first advice summarizing the story should
Mm-hmm.
be, guys, you need to invest into yourself. You need to invest into yourself because this is
Yes.
the best investment lifetime. Is this right, Ariel?
Yeah, it's so true. I always heard it from coaches when they said invest in you, and at first it started small, right? Because you stepped it up. It layers. So at first it was books, then sometimes it would be workshops, then it would be a one-on-one coach. And this investment was one of my larger investments, but it increases. So never be afraid, because that number one investment, family, isn't going to be external. It's always internal, right? It's always going to start with you. And so when I said I bet on me, I'm worthy of investing into at this large amount, I knew that it was go time. So absolutely invest, family. Never be afraid to pour into you first. The dollar sign doesn't matter. You're worth it.
So well said, guys. If you agree with those amazing words that Arya just said, give us 5 in comment. I want to see the 5s in the comments, because if you agree, give us 5s, because this is really tremendous things. If you don't mind, Arya, we're going to go through some quick questions. Is it okay for you?
Yeah, I would love that.
To know you
Speed
better.
questions.
So fish or meat?
definitely me. I should say fish, but I love my burgers.
So yes, now I understand our connection because I am also I'm
I'm a
over,
carnivore.
over.
I'm a carnivore.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, cities or seasides?
Um, seaside, seaside. I need the relaxation of seaside. I'm from New York originally, born and raised, so I feel like I've had enough city. I need more seaside.
Okay, okay, okay. So the last one, swimming or skiing?
Well, I've done more swimming than skiing. I would love to ski though. I have to really make time to do that more often, but swimming for now. Maybe skiing later.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Thank you for the quick one. It was marvelous. You just guys get Ariel knowing a bit better regarding her food lifestyle and some leisure time. Great. Hello, Olivia. Olivia, it's in here with us.
Hello.
Great, great to
I
see
see
you.
Olivia, I see Robbie. Hey, family.
Yeah, we are the family. That is 100% true. Ariel, you were invited into business by your mom.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary. Tell us how it happened. So one day
Yeah.
mom said, "Okay, you are big enough. Join my company. Join my business." Was it like that or different?
No, it was actually different. So, for those that don't know, I'm second generation, actually third to this industry. My grandmother was
Wow.
in network marketing, right? And she just did it as supplemental income because, to feed a
Okay.
family, it just we just needed an extra $500 a month, an extra $700 a month, an extra $1,000 a month. And my grandmother then passed the bug on to my mom, and my mom ran with it. By the time my mother was 30, she was in a company that she was with for maybe 15 years, six-figure income earner. And so I was
Wow.
raised by this industry, so that's why I just have such a belief system in it. I know what it can do. And my mother raised three girls from us, from this
Wow.
industry, single mom. And so by the time my mother retired, she semi-retired. She drove us crazy. She drove us absolutely insane. Like we were like, you're too young to retire. You need to go to work. But she semi-retired, and then she hopped back in and she said, Ariel, I think I found something. At that time, I was a consultant. I had my small business, traditional,
Mhm.
but like, small business still. And she said, I think this is something your clients would like. And I was like, really? She was like, check it out. So she really honored me. I share this with parents too, because, children following your ways, but still on their own time, And so she really honored me as a business owner. And she said, hey, check it out. I want to know your feedback. And so I watched the information, and within a week, I was probably, well, actually less than a week, I was her first business partner. And so we've been running ever since. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing story. So is your mother your mentor right now, mentoring, supporting your growth in the business?
Yeah, she always has mentored and supported me. But when we were at the retreat, I just shouted. I was like, "Well, my mother doesn't coach me like that." Like that, it sounded so crazy. I was like, "My mother don't coach me," and everybody was like, "What do you mean your mother?" My mother has been my lifelong coach, and she's always valued third party. She's always valued being supported and validated in what she already knew was true. And so she's allowed me to seek others to coach me, to seek others to mentor me. And so I said it rather abruptly, but I mean, my mother is always there. She's always going to be somebody that I can bounce things off of, always somebody I can talk to. But I do have upline support outside of my mother. And I think that's so important, even with husband and wives in business, even with, daughter mothers in business, like any family dynamic. It's so important to have external mentors that are still in the business that can coach you. And so I've always had that. Always, yeah. So my
Wow.
mother's a mentor to me, but yeah.
That's amazing. Guys, give the love hearts. I want to see the love hearts for Ariel because she's sharing so honestly. She's a heart to heart speaker, same like me. I really love it because it's so pure. It's so pure. So yeah, guys, just repeating the story. So if you're gonna talk three people the in the in the post, right? Or you're gonna
Yeah.
share our life to three people, are you gonna answer in a private mess three questions that you're gonna have for her because yeah, you see the energy. So, what do you think regarding? Because I love your energy, your
Thank
passion. I
you.
remember when I was giving a short training how to launch a new country, right? And it was a really amazing moment when we are at the yacht, right? Just having fun. Ariel came to me with a calendar and a pencil and said, "Thomas, I have few questions regarding your training, right?" And there, there was it was a lot of fire in your eyes.
Yeah.
It was huge desire. I want to know it. I'm really serious about it. So how to create such a decision, how to be that person, which is because to fire others, you must be in fire, right? So
Yeah.
how you've created that, it's amazing how you've done
It,
it.
First off, let me just say thank you to you, Thomas. Family, when you're around people that are willing to give you their secrets, like the things that have allowed the massive success, like I honor that. And so when you stood there and trained for what 30 minutes, maybe even 45 on this launch strategy, I said, this is so applicable to me. Like I can still take this, even though I'm not launching in a new country, I can do this right here. And I've been in a space within my business where I said, I want to build big. I want to build massive. I want to build fast. And I've been praying for this answer. So before I came to the retreat, Thomas, believe it or
Mhm.
not, I put it out into the universe. I prayed. I said, God, I need an answer to massive momentum. And so that's where it came from. Like I knew that it was my answer. So it didn't matter if we were on the 88-foot yacht in Dubai, because that's where we were. And we could have just been in a corner in a room and I would have been just as content because I needed that. Like I needed to know, how do we do it bigger, better, faster? What you gave me that day was an answer to be able to literally go to the top 10 in my company over the next year, like
Wow.
legitimately. And I'm so grateful for that, forever grateful. So when you see it, family, and this is what I'll say is, when you're looking for something, when you're seeking, a whisper will come and it'll say, that's it. And you gotta grab a hold of it. And so that's essentially what I did. I had to get the answers.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Guys, of course, some of you are watching us live, some of you are going to watch us from the replay. Please write down what time and from where you are hearing us, right? That would be lovely. And of course,
Yeah.
thank you for your answers. They are amazing. Write down, Ariel, you are amazing. Please write down in the
Oh,
comment. And just remember, guys, if you're going to share it to three people or tag three people, you're going to get chance to write a direct message to Ariel, and she's going to answer regarding the questions you have. Okay, Ariel, that's a time for a really serious question.
yes, I'm
What
ready.
is your biggest why?
Yeah. And so full transparency, this retreat just opened my eyes to the world and talking about something that internationally is different are we have different cultural competencies, different levels of emotional intelligence, and you're very aware of what's happening in America. Like everybody at the retreat was very aware of what the dynamics with isms, with prejudices, with things that we're fighting for here. We're in a psychological warfare here, right? And so my biggest
Mm,
why, Thomas, is for my community, for people that look like me and that don't look like me too, but definitely those that look like me, to be able to give them a way to be able to have their own personal economy that they desire, right?
mm,
That people that maybe aren't necessarily treated fairly legally have access to their legal rights. Like people
mm,
don't have access to even ask the questions. We're fighting against a system that's so much bigger than us. And it's like, well, what's that 1% shift? And I find that in my company. I find that with the services that I market, I find that it's a way for families to protect themselves and protect their legacy, and to build the finances they need. And so that's a huge why for me. Straight up, being a Black woman in America, we need more voices like mine to be able to elevate. And so it's just so important, to be able to create inclusivity for all humanity. And something that I told my best friend, and I value this, I said, Kat, I went overseas to find friends that didn't look like me, but loved me like I was their family. And I'm grateful for that, Thomas, because you loved me like I was your own. You know, Nikki loved me like she was like I was her own. Frazier loved me like I was his own. And you find that dynamics in other cultures are different. And I was just so grateful to be a part of your culture for some time. So, yeah.
Wow, I can almost hear it in my eyes.
Thank you.
It's so it's something coming really deeply from your heart. I truly love it. So maybe some people who will watch or who are watching that interview are looking for a mentor, for someone who gonna, you know, show them that there is a hope, that there is a chance to create something huge. So what would you say? Why the people should join you?
Yeah.
What is your offer? Right?
Yeah. Well, as you all see, I'm so heartfelt, right? Like this is a heart mission for me, and something that we operate on is we're a circle of leadership. We're a family. We are a tribe. What your desire is what we go for. You're not pushing towards my goals. We're looking at your goals, and we're setting that trajectory for that. And then also experience. You want to be with a leader that knows what it looks like to get it done, to be able to build, to be able to create momentum, to invest the money, so that they can come back to you with the resources. And so I'm excited about that because, our team is dynamic. We're growing, we're flourishing. We have the systems in place now that it takes to be able to get it done, all because we made a decision to be better today than we were yesterday. And, that's what we're all striving for. So, yeah.
Wow, great. So guys, if you are looking for someone to help you to get the breakthrough in 2022, here is Ariel, and she's so hungry, she's so ready to help you to create massive momentum, great energy, and and a huge feeling that you are in the right place, in the right moment, the right position, so you can work with when you want, with whom you want, and what time and where you want, right? Because there is totally no limits in that beautiful industry. Aria, what is your niche?
Yeah, so definitely the family dynamic, but mainly the woman that, she can have a spouse, she could be single, but the woman that is looking for breakthrough, right? Like it's the creative that, doesn't want to sacrifice going to
Mm,
a 9 to 5 as opposed to creating that next production or that next art exhibit. It's the small business owner that is woman led, that she doesn't necessarily have the tools and the resources in order to take it to the next level. She probably is out of budget. She's out of money maybe, and she needs to figure out these hacks to take her business to the next level. It's the community, right? Like that's my niche. One of my friends called me a community curator. So it's my
mm,
community, like we're looking for those people that want to reform, want to create a mastermind of how we can get us to the next level.
mm.
So yeah, that's my niche. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. As you see, Ariel, she's so ready. If you guys feeling that in that interview you are getting value, please write V in the comment, or you can make a longer sentence, appreciation for Ariel because she's giving so much, so great value, not just about business, about
Mm.
who we should become, how to unleash our potential, which is so important. So actually, the last question, Ariel, what would you advise the people who are at the very beginning, or people who are maybe losing a bit of hope, people who are struggling? Because in all business, it's not about network marketing, it's
Mhm.
ups and downs. So
Yeah.
what would you advise how to keep yourself moving, then achieving 6 7 figures? You are 5 6 figure at that stage, or you are?
Yeah, close to the 6 mark actually. So yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. So we are talking to 6 figure
We're
earner.
working.
That's
We're
outstanding. So
working.
yeah,
We're
yeah,
working.
yeah, yeah. So what would you advise the beginners who are beginning, who are, yeah, a bit afraid what's going to happen in the future, and those who are maybe losing a bit of hope, who are really struggling in industry? What would you advise them?
So the first thing that I always ask my leaders to do is be still. A lot of times I feel like we're going externally to figure out what we want, and we don't take the time that's necessary to sit with ourselves and to be at peace with that. So sometimes I'll say book a 1 or 2 day staycation. Maybe you need to go to the beach for a day, just for one day, drive out. If you don't have the finances to book a hotel, that's okay. It doesn't mean that you can't make that happen, right? So create a space where it's just you and you, and listen, journal, document. There is an Audible that I absolutely love, and I'll give it as a resource to anybody here on this live. Is Dr. Miles Monroe, and it's The Power of Vision. And it's maybe like a 45-minute audio, but it always allows me to personally reset. So first, get clear on what you want, right? And what should come during this time is what life looks like. A lot of times we're like, what do we want to do to get there? Why do we want it? But what do you want your life to look like? Like when you wake up in the morning, when you go out in the afternoon, what's the vehicle that you're driving? What's the bank account look like? What's the house that you're in? What's the community you're serving? Are you opening up a boutique? Are you at a restaurant? Are you with a family of 5? Because you had 3 children and you have the hubby or the wife. Like, what does life look like? And once we can create that clarity, then we can say, why is that so important to me? Thomas, so many of us don't know why that's so important to us. I remember there was a moment my mother and my father went through a divorce, and I realized that it was moments that their divorce cycle, I call it the divorce cycle, had that triggered me as an adult, that I said, I never want to be in those situations again. And I don't want my children to be in those situations. I'm 30, unmarried, without children, because my finances will be different by the time I have a husband and a family. And I made that promise to myself, but it's because I knew what I wanted my life to look like, and I knew why. And so I definitely value getting clear, being still, going internally, and then knowing what life looks like, and then we can find the vehicle. Because there are so many ways to come into leadership, and the beauty of this industry is community, right? It's leadership development, it's personal development attached to a compensation plan. I feel like it's the first beginning point, right? Like, this is where you got to be to learn you. It's a mirror. People don't like this industry because it's a mirror. It tells you all about yourself. But when you come to love, self-mastery, then we can explode it. And so, yeah, those are my key points for leadership. Yeah.
Ariel, it's really amazing. Because you mentioned one book which could help a lot. I'm gonna mention also one, we call it Compounding Effect by Darren Hardy.
We're
It's
reading that right now.
it's outstanding. So even the small step forward, one beautiful quote I got from Fraser, which is with me every day. So help a new person learn one new thing daily, right? This is something outstanding. So all women who are listening to that interview, it's a chance. It's a huge chance to join really amazing, energetic, with huge heart, so humble, and really, really, really with burning desire to help you to grow, Ariel, because she's a really, really amazing person. I am in other business. However, I feel that not all women want to work with me. So girls, women, you need to talk to her. Even if it's not going to be a business relationship, it might be something really big, because we are beyond just talking about business matters. It's much more. Ariel, thank you one more so much for being with me in here. It's amazing that we can connect. So I
Yes.
hope you guys got the values. If you're going to share the live with 3 people or tag 3 people, you can get a chance to write directly to Ariel. She's going to answer your questions. Maybe you are struggling. Maybe you are looking for a business. Maybe you are looking for a mentor, because all these things are important. You just need to be very coachable and ready to learn, and then give chance Ariel to lead you and bring you to the top.
Yes, absolutely.
Ariel, thank you so much. It
Thank
was
you
really
so
amazing
much.
having you in here. And God bless you. I know you're
Yes.
going to achieve amazing results. I hope we're going to see each other soon in June,
Yeah.
right?
In
Next
June,
our next retreat.
our next retreat is gonna be
It's coming.
amazing.
It's gonna be amazing. So we are staying in a close touch. Love you.
Love you
Kisses.
more.
All the best to mom, of
Love
course.
you. Yes. And tell the family I said I love them and hello.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye, guys. All the
Bye.
best.